This is Burl Ives with a story about a good king named Darius. His kingdom was so large that he needed many men to help him govern. Some of these men were bad, scheming, evil plotters. But I like Daniel. He's a good man. There once was a good king named Darius, whose kingdom was so large that various appointments were made of men who would aid, and some of these men were nefarious. The best of all the king's men was Daniel, a man who would spend time every day pausing to pray, and Daniel was the king's best friend. There were others under the king, the kind of men who would do anything to bring this friendship to an end. Their scheming was most menacing. The men plotted again and again, hoping for a time when they would think of a plan that would get that man, Daniel, thrown into the lion's den. Again the men conspired to achieve their evil desire. They watched Daniel pray, and they said, "That may be just what we require. Let's call a scribe and prepare a nationwide law against prayer. People worshiping must pray to the king. We'll catch Daniel unaware." Said another, "Even if we do design it, would not the king decline it? What would we tell him in order to sell him this bill of goods and get him to sign it?" The wicked men understood that the king was a proud man and good, and would, as likely as not, approve the plot if he thought it would do his people good. "It is the consensus," said the men. "It is clear that this law will cause your people to cheer. You see, for the next 30 days, nobody prays except to you, Your Highness." Sign here. Ask the king, "Is this what my people need?" "They'll love you," said the men. "Please proceed." "Love them," said the king. "In that case, I'll sign the thing." The men smiled over their evil deed. Said the wicked men, "Now we'll withdraw and wait for Daniel to break the law. And when Daniel is trapped, the conspirators snapped, we'll go tell the king what we saw." Daniel said, "In the face of foul play, I will continue to pray. I am not frightened, this law is not right, and there's a God that I shall obey." There was hardly a moment's delaying. The men gathered before the king, saying, "Wasn't there some kind of law? Well, Your Highness, we saw Daniel kneeling and praying." The king said, "I don't comprehend. Does this law recommend that I use the decree and wrongfully condemn Daniel, my friend?" The king said, "It now becomes clear you men have been less than sincere. This law was a trick. Well, I'll change it quick, and we'll cause this abuse to disappear." The men were delighted with what they had arranged. They said, "O king, is it not strange? But here, right here, if you squint and read the fine print, you'll see that this law can't be changed." The king sat helpless, outsmarted. Daniel's sentence was duly imparted. Poor Daniel must spend one night in the den of the lions, who were hungry and hard-hearted. The king was sad, for he knew this could mean his friend Daniel was through. "I'll bid you goodbye. I fear you may die, but I believe that your God will help you." The guards pulled back the mighty stone. Daniel stood at the den all alone. The guard pointed, "That is the home of the cats." And into the den Daniel was thrown. The king went back to his room. He sat silently in gloom. He would fast, he would weep, but he could not sleep, for his friend Daniel was doomed. The conspirators celebrated, felt hilarious. They jeered, Daniel's fate was precarious. "I'll bet he's a-trying to outrun a lion." They knew they had tricked the good King Darius. The king was in total dismay at the very first light of day. Through the halls he hurried, his countenance was worried. He ordered the stone rolled away. The king's apprehension grew. He called, "Daniel, did your God save you?" From the den underground, there wasn't a sound. Then Daniel walked into view. Said Daniel, "It's clear, you can see that no harm has come to me. My God sent an angel who simply arranged, well, that these cats just let me be." Daniel thanked God, and then the king said to these very bad men, "Let's try satisfying those 3 hungry lions. Now you fellas get into that den." King Darius was very pleased. He said, "My mind's now at ease." And Daniel prayed and thanked God that he had been saved from lions, even hungry ones like these. "Daniel's God is most grand. Now," the king added, "I demand that beginning today, everyone pray to his God throughout all my land."